In this lecture, we're going to talk about multitasking. A lot of people look at multitasking in a way that this is something that would save time because I'm finishing many tasks in the same time, which will give me time to focus on the rest of the things that I have on my schedule. When in fact, multitasking can kill your tasks. You need to take it one task at a time. Being productive, the highest level of productivity and performance comes from single-handling every task. Just like driving and texting can kill you, working on multiple tasks will ultimately kill all of these different tasks that you're working on. And according to a new study from Microsoft Corporation, people now generally lose concentration after 8 seconds because of the nature of the fast-paced world and all the different distractions that we have around us, all the different noise that we have around us. And not just that, it takes an average of about 25 minutes 23 minutes and 15 seconds to be exact, according to research, to return to the original task after an interruption. So, based on that, when you are working on something and then you're multitasking, so you are jumping from one task to the other, you are not focusing at all, because getting interrupted from doing one task takes approximately 25 minutes for you to be able to regroup your concentration and get back to the same concentration level you were on before abandoning the task. So when you're multitasking, you're doing 2, 3, 4 things at a time, there is absolutely no concentration, and that's why your performance will be very, very poor. Multitasking can kill your schedule. Let's say you're working on 2 tasks that take 2 hours to finish. If you handle these 2 tasks individually with full concentration, you'll cut the time in half, and therefore takes only an hour maybe to finish both effectively, because not only that it reduces time, but also increases the quality of work. It increases your focus. And that's exactly why you need to learn to focus. I talked about in previous lectures about some methods that you can follow to increase your focus. And now I'm talking about what to avoid. You need to avoid multitasking because it can kill your focus, and you get to a point where you're not focused at all because you're used to multitasking always. The ability to start and complete an important task is a result of your discipline. The more self-disciplined you are, the higher the chance of completing a task well, the better your performance is, and the better you'll be able to focus on one task at a time and not fall into the error of multitasking. Depends where your discipline level is at. Based on that, you'll be able to follow through with a plan. But no matter what discipline level you have, always focus on avoiding multitasking. And it happens on a daily basis without us even noticing it. You're downloading something that takes, let's say, 30 minutes to download, and you're working on your computer, and every 2-3 minutes you're doing something, and every 2-3 minutes you would go and check how much time is there left for the download to be over. So what you're doing here is, after 2-3 minutes of focusing on something, you didn't even regroup your full attention to focus on it. You're switching your attention towards another thing, and then you're losing focus. And sometimes, of course, you're going to need multitasking because you're going to be crammed with a schedule, and you have a certain time allocated to a certain thing, and you need to multitask. And when you need to do this, when you are forced to do multitasking because of the nature of whatever task or tasks you're doing, try not to be multitasking when you're working on the crucial 20%, or when you're working on the 3 most important tasks that you have, because these are the tasks that require the most concentration. There are a lot of tasks that don't really require a lot of attention. For example, if you are copying a text, if you're just writing a text, copying it, that doesn't demand as much concentration as building a business plan, or drawing your workout program, or whatever you're doing. You need to see how much concentration, how much focus does it need, and how crucial it is it something really important that where you need to focus in order for you to finish it effectively, or can you do it while multitasking without affecting the quality of the work? And lastly, you need to persist and commit. A lot of people have the habit of multitasking, so you need to understand that multitasking can kill your focus and your productivity. And then you need to persist. Every time you feel like you want to multitask on something important, just avoid it. One of the best practices for self-discipline is persistence. The more you persist, the more self-discipline you'll be able to harness. And when you feel tired of completing a task but choose to keep going forward, that is self-discipline. And doing that over and over and over again will create this habit of persisting, and it will create this habit of reinforcing your self-discipline, because once you decide on something, you follow through with it, and that builds your self-discipline. And therefore, when you are disciplined, you'll be able to focus, you'll be able to follow a schedule, you'll be able to stop all the different behaviors like multitasking that are standing between you and the tasks that you need to accomplish. And then you'll be able to manage your time way, way better.